Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm the Mother of Tarot, and in today's video we are doing a pick a card reading. This pick a card is why am I feeling depressed, anxious, or sad? Now, in no way am I trying to treat or diagnose anyone, so please make sure to consult your doctor before changing your lifestyle. Anxiety and depression are some symptoms that I have dealt with throughout my life and that I still do from time to time. So this message is really close to my heart. So if anyone out there is experiencing these feelings, or maybe you're just feeling really sad and you're not sure why, then I hope that this pick a card can bring some clarity. Remember, these are general messages, so just take what resonates for you. There are 4 groups to pick from in this reading. You may be drawn to more than one group, and that is completely fine. So whatever groups you are drawn to, really make sure you use your intuition, okay? So from the 4 groups, we have group number 1 is the Tower card. Group number 2 is the 8 of Cups. Group number 3 is the 4 of Wands. And group number 4 is the World card. So take your time, use your intuition, pause the video if you need to. As soon as you've picked your group, go ahead and go to this description box below, find your timestamp, and I'll meet you at your reading. Hi, group number 1. So if you picked this group, you picked the Tower card. Now let's go through. I pulled tarot cards and oracle cards for you. Wow. The first card I pulled for you is the Tower card again. So there is a lot of messages for this one, for the Tower. So we'll get into that. We also have the Star card, the 10 of Wands, the 8 of Wands, the Empress, the 9 of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the King of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. For your oracle messages, we have the Diamond, Angel of New Life, we have the High Priestess again, Wisdom, Patience, Determination, Euphoria, honor yourself, get creative and excite your imagination with wonder. Okay, group number 1, there is a lot of energy coming out of this group. So I have a lot of different messages. The first one with the Tower card, there is a lot of transformation going on for you right now, a lot of transformation. The Tower talks about breaking down the walls of ourselves, of our emotions, of our inner being, to be almost reborn in a sense. It's killing away the old to make room for the new. So these emotions, these trials, these conflicts, all of these things that you're experiencing are completely transforming you. And I know for a lot of you in this group, you just want it to end. You just want it to stop. You've been uncomfortable for a while. It's been really confusing. It's been overwhelming with the 10 of Wands is what I'm seeing. It's been very overwhelming, and you just felt like you don't want to do it anymore. You don't want to continue on feeling like this, and you're just fighting it. You're fighting it, and you're trying to run away from it. It feels overwhelming is what I'm getting. And then with the Patience and the Wisdom card, this group is very wise. You have a lot of strength. We also have the Determination card. You're very determined. And your guides and your angels are really encouraging you to be patient because this is coming to an end. This is coming to an end. These feelings that you're experiencing, you're not going to be experiencing these forever. I feel as though you've had a rough childhood for a lot of you. You've gone through some things that were really tough on you in the past, and maybe with relationships or your parents or friendships, and some of those feelings are starting to come to the surface. Some of those experiences that you've had are kind of coming up now, and Spirit's saying you're wise, you're ready to experience this and feel this. Just remember to be patient with yourself. Really be patient because there's so much healing going on, because we have the Star card. We have the Star card next to the Diamond. This is one of the most beautiful combinations I've seen. The Star card talks about healing, shining like a star, just feeling peaceful and amazing. And then we have it next to the Diamond card. The diamond is one of the strongest rocks and minerals out there, right? So all of this pressure and this uncomfortableness and this intense stuff you're going through, is making you resilient. It's making you strong like the diamond, and you're just going to shine when you come out of this. You're going to shine so brilliantly, and it's going to be so beautiful. Yeah, we have Angel of New Life. You are completely being transformed. This must be a spiritual group. I feel like for some of you, you're farther along in your spiritual path, and for others of you, you've just started recently, but everything you've been through in your life has prepared you for this, transformation. And Spirit's saying that you have to get uncomfortable right now because this discomfort is leading to growth. It's leading you to the life that you want. It's leading you to complete fulfillment. You have Angel of New Life. An exciting new chapter in your life is about to unfold. So a big message for this group is I'm getting this: don't give up. Like, don't give up. We have the Nine of Cups. We have the Nine of Cups here. Nine of Cups talks about emotional fulfillment on all levels. So there's a lot of things that need to die away, is what I'm hearing. With the Queen of Swords, there's a lot of things that need to break away. You need to cut away from your reality. There might be certain people that are toxic in your life. You might be in a relationship, for some of you, that's toxic. Some of your thinking patterns of not feeling worthy, I'm hearing shame or guilt, confusion, not sure that you're smart enough or you have the confidence or that you're doing things right. You're kind of like doubting yourself. But you're stepping into this Queen of Swords energy, and Spirit's like, it's warrior time. It's time for you to be a warrior and make some dramatic changes. It's not going to be comfortable. That's why you're feeling like this. But this is so important because you're trying to create the life that you want with the Empress card, the Knight of Cups. You're trying to create the life that you want, and you're doing a good job. You're doing a great job, but it doesn't just go like, okay, we manifest, and then boom, it's there. I wish it could be like that, but really it's important to go through this messy, uncomfortable process because we can't bring in this new, loving energy of peace and abundance and happiness if we still are holding on to things from the past. And these could be emotions, relationships, self-doubts, and fears, and things like that. So they're being brought up so you can let them go. But there's a lot of clarity coming in for you. A lot of clarity. And then we have the High Priestess. This talks about, well, on the card it says you have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. So some of you are being prepared to be a leader, and we have a lot of Queen energy and King energy. So you're being prepared to help other people in some sort of way, which is really beautiful. And if you want to help people, you really do have to go through this kind of shadow work, this deep inner healing work. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to help people because your cup's not going to be full. You're not going to have all the knowledge that you need. So like you're in kind of a school right now. You're in like an initiation phase. You're in school. You're kind of in like spiritual boot camp, and it's uncomfortable, and you're feeling overwhelmed by it, and all of these feelings are coming up, and you're starting to realize that it's not a part of you. Like, it's not you. It's just things that have attached to you, feelings that have attached to you since you were younger, and you're not feeling like, well, I'm not sad or depressed for any reason. Like, I feel like I'm okay. I don't feel like I'm anxious about anything. I'm feeling more depression for this group, but I'm kind of feeling everything for this group. You're not really sure where all this energy is coming from. And it's really important with the High Priestess energy that it's time to sit with it. It's time to sit with it. Also the Queen of Cups. And come into this kind of energy with love and patience. Love and patience. Because Queen of Cups talks about love and emotions and things like that. So it's really important, your spirit guides are saying, to come into this situation with a lot of love for yourself and patience and say, it's okay, we're getting through this. This stuff is coming up to fall away. I mean, look at this Tower card. It's like the Tower's being struck by lightning with the third eye, and then these two men are falling out and they're on fire. I don't know if you can see it, but they're falling away, and it looks like there's water underneath. It looks pretty uncomfortable, right? It looks pretty uncomfortable. But this is all happening for a reason. It might seem hopeless, but I promise you it is. And then we have the Knight of Cups. This is beautiful. This talks about a love offering. So there's going to be people coming into your life, if they haven't already, offering love, offering support through this. So make sure you're being open to that, and make sure you're talking about it and being open to the help, because Spirit's going to be sending you, if they haven't already. For some of you, I can still see that they have sent really supportive people in your life, and maybe you're feeling a little closed off to them because you're a little overwhelmed and you don't really know how to process this energy, and that's okay. That's okay. But really make sure you're open to this. And then we have the King of Cups in reverse. So these cards have two sides. I love them. When we get the back side, this talks about going within, going deep into our emotions, deep into our heart space is what I'm hearing for you. Deep into your heart space and your solar plexus chakra. There's a lot of healing to be done there. So asking yourself, why am I feeling like this? I'm also getting, for some of you, that you didn't have the healthiest relationship with your father. There's a lot of male energy on the board, and I'm feeling as though a lot of you have blockages in your life now based on your relationship with your father. For some of you, it's pretty obvious, and for others of you, you're still close with your father, but they didn't always give you the kind of love that you needed. And for some of you, that may be your mother. Maybe your mother wasn't as nurturing to you as what you needed as a child. And with the honor yourself, it's time, Spirit's saying it's time to put yourself first. It's time right now, more than ever, to put yourself first. You really want to help people. I can tell you, really, this group has a really big heart. You're heart-centered people. You really love people. You want to help. Maybe your friends all come to you for advice or to vent and things like that. But right now, Spirit's saying, like, yes, that's great to help people. That's great. But you need to put most of your focus. I'm not saying 100%. You can still help people. But you need to put most of your focus on yourself and honor where you're at and start to accept it. And I'm not saying, like, accept the pain. But I kind of am. Like, accept that this is necessary for your growth. And know that you're being so guided and so spiritually protected through all of this. I feel for some of you, too, maybe you've had parents that never really completely believed in you or really understood you as well, and that's kind of a blockage, too, that made you feel a little unworthy. You didn't feel very wise. But the big message I'm getting through here is, like, you are so strong, and you have such a fire in your soul to really heal and keep going on the spiritual path. Even though you feel like giving up sometimes, you have this really strong energy where you're like, I am not giving up. I know this is good. I know in my gut, my intuition, that I'm on the right path. And you have so much wisdom. You are very, very wise. And this information that you're learning is going to help you to help other people. So if we just were able to turn off our emotions and just get away from the feelings of depression, the anxiety, and move on with our life, yeah, that would be great. But you have a big heart, group number one. You want to help people. You want to make big changes in this world. So you have to go through this learning process of learning how to overcome these feelings so that you can help people do the same thing. So a big message I'm getting from Spirit is to really hone into your intuition, spend time in meditation, practice different breathing techniques, and breath work could be really transformative for you guys. Cry, release these emotions. These emotions are coming up. It's time to practice this kind of acceptance. There's this beautiful technique, and I always ruin the name, but I think it's Ho'oponopono. It's a Hawaiian mantra that is really beautiful. I love to use sometimes, and I can't remember the exact order of how you say it, but I know you say, you go to a situation or maybe a person in your past or something that happened that made you really uncomfortable or sad or confused. I've used this technique in so many different ways, and really you kind of have to meditate first, sit with yourself, listen, let the memories come up, because sometimes that's when we know what area to heal, is when we sit in silence, right? And when these memories come up, practice this mantra, and it's, I love you, thank you, I'm sorry, please forgive me. And basically it's saying, I love you, it could be towards a person or a situation. I love that this happened for me because this is what's making me into the person that I am today, or this person in this situation has built me up to where I need to be, right? So you say, I love you, thank you. So thank you for this experience. Thank you for this growth. Thank you for the uncomfortableness and maybe it's the trauma. Maybe you can thank the trauma, and that's hard to do, but the trauma is what got you to this point in your life where now you want to help people and you have so much compassion from this trauma, right? So thanking the trauma or that person, then saying, I'm sorry. Maybe this one's really hard, right? Because sometimes we're like, well, why would I say I'm sorry? It's not my fault. I didn't do anything. Well, you could say you're sorry. Just say it. Just say it. Say you're sorry because maybe there was something that you did that you weren't aware of, right? Maybe there is, and I'm not saying it's your fault, but just practicing that kind of openness, to be open to the fact that, well, maybe there is something that I did. Maybe there's more to it than I realized. And also saying sorry to yourself for having to experience that and going through that and maybe not having the kind of emotional support from ourselves that we needed at that time. So saying I'm sorry is really, really helpful. And then please forgive me. Please forgive me. And that can mean a lot of different things in a lot of different ways, but go through that mantra. I feel like that's really going to help you right now with what you're experiencing because there's a lot of different energies coming up. And then you also have get creative and excite your imagination with wonder. So even when you're feeling depressed or anxious, try to get into that creative energy. I know it's hard. I know we don't feel motivated, especially when we're depressed. We don't want to do anything, but try to push yourself. Maybe try like right when you wake up in the morning and you're like, okay, before I can even think about anything, I'm just going to do something creative. Or try to channel that depression and that anger through journaling. If not journaling, through some or other kind of creative outlet, because bringing up that energy and putting it out into something can help us see it clearer, can help us process it more. And with the Ten of Wands, this talks about burdens, I feel like there's a lot coming up all at once for you. I mean, you got the Tower card twice. There's a lot coming up at once. And this is a timeless video, but I am filming this around eclipse season. So you can watch this at any point in time. It doesn't have to be eclipse season, but this is when we do the majority of our healing, a ton of our healing. So don't underestimate how much healing this is right now. This is a lot. This is a lot. You're doing so good. You're doing great. Spirit wants you to know that just breathe. Don't be so hard on yourself. And if you're feeling really, really bad and you can't face it one day, you can't face these feelings, it's okay to take a day off and to go try to have fun and go have fun with your friends or watch Netflix in your bed all day. Like, that's okay, all right? I'm going to pull... This is my foods bag, so I have a bunch of different fruits and vegetables in here, and I really want to see what Spirit wants you to focus on in your diet because fruits and vegetables all have, an emotional healing component. So I'm going to pull a couple for you. Okay, so we have lemons and limes. Lemons and limes. So these are great to put in your water. It alkalizes the water. So what's great about lemons and limes is when it alkalizes the water, it puts all these minerals in it and it helps flush out toxins. So it's going to help flush out these negative energies for you. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can get another one. And apples. Yeah, apples are amazing. I love apples. The skin on an apple is really thin but very protective. You know, as soon as you peel an apple, the apple turns brown after a few minutes, right? So that skin on an apple is really strong. So make sure you're eating the skin of an apple because that's going to give you strength. It's going to give you a protective layer for your emotional field, for your aura, okay? So really focus on those two. I would try to eat at least one apple a day. If you can eat 3 a day, you will really notice profound effects. And I know that's kind of a lot, but eat them with some peanut butter or juice them. I love juicing apples. So I hope this helped group number 1. I'm sending so much healing light and love to all of you. If you're wanting more in-depth reading, I am really good in my sessions of really digging into the past and really seeing where these kind of energies are coming from. So if you feel called to work with me on one-on-one, I have all of the information in the description box below. And I'm also on Instagram, so if you want more free contact, just connect with me on there. Okay, and I'll see you at the next reading. Bye. Hi, group number 2. If you picked this group, you picked the 8 of Cups. So we're going to get through your tarot cards and then get in your oracle cards. The first card we have is the King of Pentacles, the Star card, the Death card, the 3 of Cups, the 3 of Cups again, the Strength, 5 of Swords, the 4 of Cups. And for your oracle cards, we have the Labradorite, Angel of Communication, Angel of Clearing, Angel of Families, Sorceress, Change, You belong in paradise. Today holds unlimited possibilities to see the beauty in life. Okay, so the first message I'm getting for this group, well, we have the Eight of Cups to start this off, right? The Eight of Cups talks about being sad. I feel a lot of sadness for this group. That's the first emotion I'm feeling. Moving away from broken friendships, relationships, or emotions. And we have the Three of Cups twice. The Three of Cups talks about friendship. So I'm feeling for some of you, a friendship may have ended, or for others of you, you're wanting better, stronger friendships in your life, and you're trying to find that. And this lady, she's offering up a cup, and she's asking the universe for more friends, and she wants to share her knowledge and have equal balanced friendships, where she's not the one just giving, but new friends are coming in to fill her cup. She or he fills their cup, and they fill her cup. And for some of you, this could be relationships. And I'm feeling that for this group number 2, the reason you keep attracting these certain types of friends that aren't good, or relationships that are broken, or you're just being disappointed in your relationships, what I'm hearing. A lot of this stems from your family, from your relationships with your family, from your siblings is what I'm hearing. Maybe some of you never really got along with your siblings, or you fought with your siblings, or you didn't have the healthiest relationships, and that's affecting your friendships and your relationships today. And with the Star card, we also have a shooting star here. I feel as though you're manifesting a new like spiritual tribe into your life. New people are going to be coming in. So I see a lot of change happening. You have the change card. There's going to be a lot of change in your environment and in your reality. And we also have the Sorceress card. This says you are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. So if you haven't tried to start manifesting new friends into your life, Spirit's saying to start writing down what you want in your friendships and your relationships. Write down the specifics. I want somebody that's honest. I want somebody that can help me as much as I help them. I want equal balance. I want fun. I just want to have fun and laugh and let loose with them. I don't want there to be any judgment. I don't want there to be gossip. I want it to just be a really beautiful, healthy relationship. Start getting really specific about the kind of characteristic traits you want in these people, because you have the power to manifest. You really have a beautiful soul, a beautiful spirit is what I'm hearing, and you really have the ability, but it's time to start putting that into play. And then we have the Labradorite card. Labradorite talks about magic. I love this stone. I work with it. I have it right here. Labradorite. This helps see more synchronicities. This might be a really good stone for you to work with if you like to work with crystals. You don't have to, but Labradorite helps you see more synchronicities, helps amplify magic, helps amplify your manifestations, opens the third eye. It's a really beautiful stone. So this could really help you start to enhance and help you create the life that you want. For some of you, I'm also seeing money worries with the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. I'm seeing some inner conflict. I'm seeing some money worries. And your angels, Angel of Clearing, they're helping you to clear some of these old beliefs you have towards money. They're bringing up these worries and these fears to the surface right now to show you that these worries and fears are actually preventing you from attracting more abundance and money and prosperity into your life. So it's time to start thinking of money as something easy to get. This is something that takes practice. If you've grown up your whole life thinking money, you have to work hard for money, and you have to get an education, and you have to do this and that, and all these things, or that's what you've seen in your reality, it can be very hard to change that. So start with mantras, start with sitting with some of your thoughts, start writing out journaling your thoughts of money, what you think of money, if you think it's hard, if you think it's easy to get, if you think it just flows into you quickly and naturally, right? Most people don't, I think that, but once you start thinking that, the energy of money will just start flowing in, because money is energy. Everything's energy. So that's something that you're learning right now, and I see that with the King of Pentacles. You're learning how to manifest money and to attract more material abundance, and Spirit's helping you with that right now. So that's another reason why you're feeling kind of sad. You're like, I don't have enough money, I don't have the friendships and the relationships that I want, and you're kind of like dwelling in that. And that's okay because these feelings now are becoming more intense, so that spirit and your guides can help you to transform them and transmute them. Yeah, and you have angel of communication. Communicate clearly. Don't be afraid to tell it like it is. So start communicating what you want. When you start to write things down, starting to manifest, speak it out loud. I have money mantras that I love. I've done mantras for trying to attract better relationships into my life, and they really work because you're starting to rewrite the subconscious patterns in your mind. And when they thought one way the whole time, your whole lifetime, it takes time to rewrite them. It takes time to kind of convince yourself that, hey, this isn't right. This isn't how we're supposed to think, right? And you have the Death card. So these old patterns, old relationships, old ways of being are starting to die away, and that's why you're feeling sad. And that's okay. It's okay to mourn these things because it's what we've come to know and love throughout our lives. We've come to know certain people that are in our lives, certain friendships, certain ways of thinking, and we find comfort in that. We find maybe stability in that, even if it is negative or not serving us anymore. When they start to die away, we get sad. We feel remorse. So honor those feelings, and take time and sit with that. Sit with that, because there are some things dying away, and that's why you're sad. And I feel as though for this group, you're with the Strength card, and you belong to paradise. You're fighting these new ways of living. Your body, your ego mind is this more scared part of your body, and they're trying to protect you, and they're saying, no, we don't belong to paradise. We don't belong to this perfect life. This isn't reality. This isn't real. And it gets frustrating, right? You get frustrated, and I'm also feeling like a frustrated feeling for this group too. But look at this. Today holds unlimited possibilities to see the beauty in life. This is you creating your life. You're holding the world. You have the infinite power and potential. You're ready for this. You have the Strength card. This is like the sign. And the Star card. This is like wish fulfillment. Everything that you've wanted in your life is starting to come into your life. But all of this old stuff with the Death card, it has to die away. It has to die away. Some of these friendships. And then I'm not saying, like, for some of you, I know you've had some problems with your siblings or other family members. I'm not saying you have to get rid of your family, like, oh, you just have to be done with your family. I'm not trying to say that. I think it's really important to heal those relationships, heal them, really dig deep into how did your siblings treat you, or your parents, or maybe your peers around you. How did they treat you? How has that progressed through your life and affected your relationships in the present? I also am hearing for this group that you have a really beautiful imagination, a really beautiful, maybe as kids you daydreamed a lot, and this is a really powerful strength for you. This isn't something that you should fight. Your daydreaming abilities, your imagination, it's going to help you manifest in this life. So really explore that side of you, because I see you as really big dreamers. And I see new loving relationships and friendships coming in after all of these changes. But Spirit's saying to stay strong right now. You have what it takes. I'm also hearing spend time near water. There's a lot of water energy in this spread. And a lot of time in nature. That's really going to help you while you're transitioning through this time period right now. And if you're watching this video right when I make it, we are in eclipse season, so it's really intense healing energies right now for everybody. This is a timeless video, so you don't have to watch it at a certain point, but there's a lot going on right now. So be kind to yourself, be patient, and know that you have the power to create your reality. You're going through this to create the life you want, and it's so beautiful. And I see a lot of blessings and prosperity, a lot of clearing of even the throat chakra. You're going to start speaking up more and being more confident with your words, is what I'm hearing. So just keep journaling. If you're not journaling, please start journaling. I really feel like that's going to help this group. And the mantra that comes to mind that I really love to use in my life is, the universe is always bending in my favor. The universe is always bending in my favor. I really feel like that could help you, because just to know that there's so much energy to support you right now in your process. And even though you're uncomfortable and you're sad and you're confused, this is in your favor. This is in your favor. This is helping you. This is bringing clarity, and this is bringing you this really, really beautiful, fulfilling life. So I'm going to pull a few foods out of my food bag. I have fruits and vegetables in here. They all have emotional healing support. So I'm going to see what food Spirit thinks that you should work with. Okay, I got a couple. Oh, I got lemons and limes, which is funny. I got that for the first group. Lemons and limes, these are so alkalizing when you put them in water, and they bring so many minerals to the water. And also it helps flush out toxins. So this is going to help flush out any of these like negative energies, and it's going to support you in the process. So really add lemons or limes to your water, and that's going to make a huge difference for you. Ooh, and then I have artichokes. I love artichokes. Are one of the most healing foods. People underestimate artichokes. And I don't really want you can get the canned or the jarred kind, but I really want you to buy a fresh artichoke and steam it. And then you can add some sort of sauce to it, or sea salt. I usually just eat them plain. I think they taste amazing. But this is really going to open up your heart space. Artichokes are one of the best foods for opening your heart chakra. So they're really easy to make. I was kind of intimidated when I first started making them, but if you look on YouTube, you can find like a video of how to steam an artichoke. And it's actually really easy, and it's kind of fun to eat. So I really encourage you to try to incorporate those in your diet. I would do lemons and limes every day, and then artichoke I would try to do every day would be great, but if you can't, 2 to 3 times a week for like the next month or so, I really see that being a beautiful support for you. So thanks, group number 2. I hope this resonated. If you want a more in-depth reading, I'm really good at helping people dig into their past, into specific energies and people, and really see how their past is affecting their present and how to break cycles of reoccurring patterns. So if you want to book a session with me, I have all the information in the description box below. I'm also on Instagram, so if you want more free content, just connect with me there, and I'll see you at the next reading. Bye. Hi, group number 3. If you picked this group, you picked the 4 of Wands. So I'm going to start with your tarot cards and then get into your oracle messages. We have the High Priestess, the Chariot, the Ace of Wands, the Emperor, the Hanged Man, the Ten of Wands, Mother of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. And then for your oracle messages, we have the Lepidolite, Goddess of Compassion, God of the Underworld, Angel of Addiction Healing, Goddess of Awakening, Divine Passion, Creativity, and Pause in your journey. Alright, so group number 3, since you picked the 4 of Wands, 4 of Wands talks about celebration, relationships. I feel as though some of you are trying to chase after a perfect relationship. Maybe you're single and you're trying to find somebody, or you're in a relationship and you're really struggling to want to manifest the perfect relationship. But there's a lot going on in your life. And I feel a little bit of chaotic energy from this group, doing too many things at once. We have the Ten of Wands. This talks about carrying too much of a burden, trying to do too many things at once, feeling kind of chaotic, unorganized. And the Lepidolite also talks about that. This is a message of slowing down. So I'm feeling anxiety from this group. Anxiety, overthinking. Maybe you feel like for some of you, you feel that you're not doing enough in your life and that you should be along further than you are. So you're trying to play this catch up, and you just feel like you can never be good enough or do enough, and you're not very organized. So the things you want to do in a day, you get a little overwhelmed by having to do. You feel like there's just too many things to do. And yeah, the first message I'm getting is to slow down, to have compassion for yourself. A big message is that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. You are in perfect timing right now. There's a lot of healing happening within you, but it's time to slow down. Really slow down. A big thing that's going to help you right now that I'm getting this first message is to write down every day in the morning, or you can do it the night before. Write down your plan for the day. And don't put too much in that plan. Make it a reasonable list and say, okay, these are the things I have to do. I have to clean the kitchen, and then I have to work, and then I'm going to spend time meditating. I'm going to meditate for 10 minutes. write out a little plan, and it doesn't have to be exactly what time. For some of you that might help, at this time and that time. But just write a list and say, okay, this is what I'm going to accomplish today. I'm not going to think about anything that else I have to do. If I think of something else I need to do, I'm going to write it down for the next day. I'm going to have a list for the next day after that. And really focus on that. It's really going to help you be more present because you're really struggling with being in the moment. And for a lot of you in this group, I'm feeling as though you've used this kind of wanting to do so many things in one day as a distraction from some things that need to be healed in your life. You have a hard time slowing down because you use that as a coping mechanism to not make time for yourself. And we have the angel of addiction healing. So this is a type of addiction. I mean, that's one way of putting it. You're addicted to the busyness. And Spirit and your angels and guides really want you to come, they really want you to come out of that pattern. This might be something that you've noticed from your parents that they did when you were growing up, that they always kept really busy, and you've adapted those types of habits. For some of you, I'm thinking it's from a father figure with this Emperor. I feel as though maybe your father was too busy for some of you to be the kind of father you wanted, and now you've adapted some of the same habits. Not to say that you're not there for people or anything like that. You keep busy and you don't see anything wrong with it. You're just like, no, it's fine. This is just how I am. I'm a busy person and I like to do a lot of things. But now it's getting to the point where it's stressing you out. It's stressing you out. It's bringing some anxiety. And you're like, okay, it needs to change, but I don't know how. I don't know how to find the balance. I don't know how to slow down. And it's time for you to make a decision with the Two of Swords. Do I want to try to slow down and make new decisions, or do I just want to keep going in the same direction that I'm in? And then you have Goddess of Awakening. So you're being awakened to this repetitive pattern that you have of being really busy, because I'm telling you that this isn't a good thing. It's not okay to be like this every day, all day, to be go, 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 go. When we're in that kind of state, we don't have enough time to listen to our body. We don't have enough time for healing, for peace. You need more peace. And you're going to be able to get to where you want to go even faster if you slow down. And that seems counterproductive. Like, how could I get there faster if I slow down? Because once you slow down, your intuition is going to heighten with this High Priestess. High Priestess talks about intuition, sitting with our emotions, really listening. So a huge, huge message I'm getting for this group is to meditate. Meditate is going to help you. I know you don't want to, because I think for you, a lot of you that have tried to meditate, or the thought of it makes you anxious just thinking about it, because you're like, I'm not doing anything, I'm just sitting there. But I can tell you what, when I can say this from experience, when I go too much and my body starts to tell me to slow down because I get these feelings of anxiety and these feelings of uneasiness and a little frustration and feeling overwhelmed, as soon as I start to slow down, so much clarity comes in, so much peace comes in when I sit with myself in meditation, that it's like, all of a sudden after that rest period, I'm so much more productive. I have peace in my productivity. I'm actually having fun. I see things clear. I get more creative ideas. And for a lot of you, I'm seeing creative blockages in the sacral plexus. And you have creativity and divine passion. So Spirit wants to help give you, they have a lot of creative ideas they want to give you that are going to help you along your path, in your career, in your life, because I see you as very, very creative people. I see you as people that have to work with their hands-on people. You like to create art. It's really important for you specifically. And we have the Ace of Wands. So Ace of Wands talks about a new creative idea coming in, something really beautiful. And I see that Spirit's trying to give you something like a beautiful creative idea, but they're like, you need to slow down, because we're not going to give it to you until you chill, until you bring in some peace. And when you do that, the creative ideas are going to flood in. They're going to flood in. And any maybe creative blockages you've had recently will just be gone. So it's really important to slow down. Yeah, and look at this Mother of Pentacles. She's so still. She's so still. And when I see her with her little baby deer, it's like she's nurturing her inner child. And that's a big message for you as well, is that it's time to really nurture your inner child. And these creative ideas are going to help you nurture your creative inner child. That's so beautiful. Yeah, and when we see the Hanged Man, this is the same thing. The Hanged Man talks about sitting back sitting back and thinking about things from a different perspective, hanging out, chill. I'm just keep hearing chill. You're so anxious and overwhelmed and all over the place and not getting things done. Maybe you're not feeling like you're getting things done or you're where you want to be because you're trying to rush too fast. Because faster and doing more does not make you get to where you want to go faster. That's a false belief that a lot of us come to know as we grow older, that, well, if I work harder and I put more time into my endeavor or my creative project, or I skip lunch and I only sleep 5 hours, I'm going to get so much more done. But you don't. You're draining yourself. You're draining your fiery spirit and your inner child. You're draining yourself. And it's really slowing you down, and it's getting in the way of everything. But I see that ending for you. We have God of the underworld. Something which no longer serves you is about to end. I'm also hearing for some of you, breathwork classes could be really amazing, because anybody that's a creative being, we're all creative. But anyone that's really struggling with any creative blocks, if you do some breathwork, like take a breathwork class, these ideas, these creative, amazing ideas are just going to flood in. They're going to flood in. Yes, and then we have the Chariot card. This is time to take matters into your own hands. You're on your way to your destiny, and I love this for you. I'm seeing that you're just a little off balance. You're a little overburdened. You're feeling all the emotions. Bring in peace, compassion, relaxation. Yeah, and then we have pause in your journey. Your guides are telling you to slow down. It's great that you have all this fiery energy to go after things and do what you want, but if we don't find the balance, that's when we just keep doing stuff without much progress. We just keep going and moving around and working, but then not seeing the results that we want. So slow down, pause, meditate, do some breath work, spend some time in nature, sit with yourself, journal. Your body's going to feel a little resistant, like, oh, but I'm not getting things done. It feels like a waste of time. But I promise you it's not. That's a huge message I'm getting for you. This is not going to be a waste of time. This is going to help you 10 times better, and it's going to bring in so much beautiful peace and creativity and new inspiring ideas. You have the Ace of Wands. The new ideas are coming for you. New ideas are coming. So the last thing I want to do for this group, I want to pull from my foods bag. I have fruits and vegetables in here. Each fruit and vegetable gives an emotional healing support component. So I'm going to pull a couple foods that Spirit wants you to focus on for the next couple weeks or longer. Let me see what we can pull. Okay, parsley. Parsley is one of the most cleansing foods. It is a deep detoxifier. This herb is no joke. Put it on your food. If you want a lot of parsley, you can juice it with apples and grapes and things like that so you don't taste it too much. Or you can add it to your smoothie in the morning. So start getting parsley, and that's really going to help you. Okay, and I'm feeling called to read the message for parsley in my medical medium book, The Emotional Support. So it says, when you're feeling like you're on an emotional roller coaster, turn to parsley. The herb grows in such a way that the stems and leaves on the outside mature first, and new growth continues in the center. So it's a very centering herb. If you feel like you're being dragged along on someone else's emotional roller coaster, offer him or her a dish with parsley in it. When a person gets enough of this herb, you'll notice a more balanced state of mind and being. Yeah, that's perfect for you. Parsley's perfect for you, because you guys are all over the place, and this is going to help center and calm you down. So let's pick one more and see what else is going to help you. Cilantro, another herb. Cilantro. This is also very healing. And if you don't like cilantro, you don't have to incorporate this. But I do remember reading in my medical medium book that if you don't like the taste of cilantro, it means that your body really needs it. So let's read from the book as well for this one. You guys, this is perfect. This is perfect for you. I love this. Okay, the emotional support for cilantro. When you find yourself getting easily flustered, a little dizzy when faced with life's choices, perplexed about your life's purpose, or about how someone in your life is behaving, turn to cilantro. This potent herb brings clarity so that you can find your path and head in the right direction without getting distracted by others' options and others' behaviors. Yes, I love it. It says, if you're getting a little dizzy with life's choices, or you're getting easily flustered. So yeah, both of these herbs are going to calm you, they're going to center you, they're going to help you find this balance that you've been searching for. So I love to juice both of these because I like to put them with a bunch of apples and then just quickly drink it so I don't even have to taste it. You can put them in your smoothies. I've done cilantro in smoothies, which gives it a weird flavor, but it's actually pretty good. I love the heavy metal detox smoothie that Medical Medium does. It's wild blueberries, cilantro, a couple different green powders, and then you put a sea vegetable in there. I usually add bananas and oranges and other things like that, but it's a really healing smoothie. So if you're interested in that, just look it up. Medical Medium Heavy Metal Detox Smoothie. But make sure you're using foods for support, because this is really going to make your transition out of this easier. It's going to bring more peace and balance for all of you. So I hope you enjoyed this. Comment below if it helped. If you want a more in-depth personal reading, I'm really good at helping people process these emotions, and I'm also good at digging into the past and figure out where these came from. So if you're interested in that, I also have the information below. Also, if you want to connect with me on Instagram, I have a lot more free content there on my page. So thanks again for visiting my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Hi, group number 4. If you picked this group, you picked the World card. So I'm going to start with your tarot cards, and then we will get into some oracle cards as well. So the first card we have is the Two of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, the King of Wands, Four of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Magician, the World card again, the Six of Swords, and the Six of Cups. For your oracle cards, we have the Rhodonite, Goddess of Oneness, Angel of Relaxation, Angel of Healing, Golden Opportunity, Bright Future, Passion, Become a Loving Mirror, Burn Away the Past, Keep Your Thoughts Positive, Slow Down and Rest, You Need It. Okay, well, since we have the World card twice, I love this for you. It seems as though you're trying to create the world that you want, and you've really been going within lately. You've been going within, you're trying to change things, but you're feeling a little confused and a little stuck, overwhelmed, a little sad. You feel as though you're not doing the right thing. You're feeling kind of trapped with this Two of Swords energy. You're trying to make the right decisions all the time, and you're not sure if you're making the right decisions. You're like, should I do this or should I do that? Or should I do this or should I do that? And then we have the Magician card. So the first message I'm getting for a lot of you is to stop overthinking so much. Whatever decision you make will be the right decision. Just make sure you're doing it from a place of love, right? That'll be the right decision. I've said this before in some of my videos. It's not always about the decision. It's more about the belief behind it. So if you make a decision and you feel as though, oh, that was the wrong decision, that was bad, then you're going to create that kind of reality. You're going to create some chaos from that thought pattern. So really pay attention to when you make a choice, what kind of belief are you putting into it? Okay, I have a decision. Do I do this or do I do that? I'm going to do this and I'm going to feel good about it. I'm going to feel positive about it, right? Keep your thoughts positive. I'm going to feel positive. I'm going to feel good about it. And then it's going to create the life that I want. It's going to be good. Because if we say we move somewhere, and some of you I think are wanting to travel as well. That's another message I'm getting with the World card, is some of you are wanting to travel, but you're not sure where to go, and you're not sure if you should go. But take two people. One is from New York, and one is from Florida. Both of these people want to move to California. The person from New York thinks, oh, if I move to California, I'm not going to like it, I'm not going to meet anybody, I'm not going to have any fun. The person from Florida thinks, oh, if I move to California, I'm going to meet so many amazing people, there's so many opportunities, this is so amazing, this is great. Of those two people, who do you think is going to be more successful? Who do you think is going to have more fun, right? They're both making the same decision, but they both have different sort of belief patterns behind the decision. Based on the energy from the person from Florida, they're probably going to be more successful just from that optimistic attitude, right? So make sure you're really paying attention not just to the decision, but the inner feelings toward that decision, and think from a positive place. And then we also have the Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. So this talks about building something. Maybe some of you are trying to build a new business or build a new life for yourself, and you're really putting a lot of work into it. But you're not sure if you're doing the right thing. You're kind of going back and forth. You're feeling overwhelmed by it all. But you're on the right path is what I'm hearing. You're on the right path. And you're going through some sort of awakening too, because with all of these cards, I see Angel of Healing, Goddess of Oneness, and Become a Loving Mirror. You're going through some belief changes, belief pattern changes in your life right now. Spirit's helping you work through this. They're helping you to become more positive. They're helping you to burn away the past with the Burn Away the Past card. And they're showing you that you're really connected to everyone around you. That people in your life are a reflection of you. So if you have some relationships or jobs in your life that you don't want, that aren't the healthiest, that really shows you how you think of yourself. Because when we really love ourselves and realize how worthy we are of the best, that's when we attract it into our lives, and that's when it comes in. So one of my favorite quotes is, how you feel about the world determines how you see the world. How you see the world determines what you say, and what you say determines what you do. So everything starts with our emotions and how we feel. And that's a big thing that you're learning right now, to really practice that awareness so that you can really cultivate the kind of life that you want. And you're feeling a little overwhelmed because all of these thoughts are coming up, these negative thoughts, and you didn't have this awareness before. So you just kind of went on with your day and you did what you knew best, and now you have this awareness. You're like, oh gosh, I'm not very positive, and I need to change this, and I need to change that, and make sure you're patient with yourself. Relax through this process. I know it's hard to relax. Sometimes people hate hearing that, right? Just relax. It's feeling chaotic right now, but this is really important. This is a really important stage in your healing, because now you have this heightened awareness that most people don't have, and you're in this process of clearing that away, clearing away these negative thought patterns. And we have to get uncomfortable. It's really important as part of this healing process to get uncomfortable and to have this awareness and to have all of these emotions come to the surface, because we can't release them, we can't move past them unless we feel them very intensely. So I am sorry you're going through this. I know how intense this is, but this is so important. And once you start to change how you see the world and how you feel, there's going to be so many good opportunities for you, and you have such a beautiful, bright future ahead of you. So you're going to feel really connected with everyone around you, because this is some really deep, intense healing happening for you right now, okay? And you're seeing yourself in other people. And other people are triggering you right now too. I feel as though a lot of your relationships or people around you, or maybe like people on social media, they're making you upset and they're triggering you, and you're like, oh, I hate that person, or I hate that they said that, and this makes me mad. Pay attention to that, because that is coming up for you to heal. When triggers happen, that is time for growth. The people that make us the most upset, the people that make us uncomfortable, the people that trigger us, those are our best teachers. Those people are put into your life to teach you, to show you where you still have some anger and some hate and some doubt and some self-hate maybe. It's different for every person watching. But they're there for a reason, so really take that opportunity to explore that when that comes. I'm also going to pull some foods from my life-changing foods. Okay, these are fruits and vegetables that are going to help you in your journey, so they're going to help give you extra emotional support. Okay, oh, I pulled lemons and limes for almost every group, so lemons and limes, this is a big message for everybody. Lemons and limes help alkalize the body, and they put a lot of minerals in our water, and our water is really stripped nowadays of the minerals we need. This also is going to help out flush the toxins out of your body. So when you add lemons and limes to water, it really helps cleanse you, and it's going to help cleanse these energies out. Okay, and then we have kiwis. I love kiwis. They're so good for you. And I'm actually going to read the emotional support out of my medical medium book for this one. Okay, so the emotional support for kiwis. It says, offer kiwis to a friend or loved one who you wish would be more appreciative and considerate. And when you're trying to bring those qualities out in yourself, kiwis are a go-to tool. When you're working with someone whose mood changes are unpredictable and problematic, bring along a few kiwis for the two of you to snack on. If you're the only one who partakes, you'll still serve the situation, as kiwis will feed your enthusiasm and vibrancy to help influence and override your coworkers' emotions. All right, and I really love this spiritual lesson, and I feel like this really ties in with the reading, so I'm going to read this as well. So it says, it's easy to get caught up in our day-to-day lives. We put blinders on that block out a large sense of what's around us. Distance ourselves from our true sense of who we are, and our worlds become shallow. Kiwis counteract all of that. The next time you slice a kiwi in half, study what you see inside. It's like looking at an image of outer space. During growth, a mother kiwi vine channels the universe's energy, depositing a snapshot of our greater surroundings into each growing kiwi. No other food contains a miraculous picture of the stars, planets, mysteries, and miracles of the world. I love how it's starting the world and the universe, because that's the theme of your reading. Okay. It says, meditate on this when you enjoy kiwis. This fruit with the humble outward appearance that opens to reveal a galaxy opens us up. Consciously and subconsciously, we can disconnect from the annoyances that keep us mirrored down and closed off. We can remember the vastness of the universe, the depths we ourselves contain, and shock ourselves out of the shallows of our daily lives so that we can find our purpose and connect to the secrets of existence. I love that. So kiwis help us feel connected. They help us see the bigger picture, and I really love that message for you. So I think that's great. If you would like a more in-depth personal reading, I have all of my information down below. I'm really good at, in my sessions, exploring these past energies, where they've come from, and how they're affecting your present reality. So if you want something more detailed, look for my info down below. Also connect with me on Instagram. I upload a lot of free content on there as well. So I'm sending you so much healing light and energy. I love you guys, and I'll see you all at the next reading. Bye.